Good morning. You're listening to Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO FM in Jesup, 105.5 FM. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO, and it's brought to you by Connection Coffee and Creamery, Murphy Builder Supply, O'Quinn & Associates, First Southern Bank, and Van's Barbecue.
Nothing brings people together quite like a great cup of coffee. At the Connection Coffee and Creamery, you will find a place where conversations begin and friendship never ends. Whether you're looking for a space to connect or a caffeine pick-me-up on your way to work, we've got just what you're looking for. From delicious handcrafted beverages to rich creamy ice cream or a filling breakfast and lunch items, we've got you covered. Short on time? Order through our Joe app or give us a call and we will have your items ready for pickup in our drive-thru. We are open Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 5, and Saturdays, 8 to 2. We are located at 254 West Cherry Street. We look forward to connecting with you.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jesup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jesup.
Are you looking for an insurance company that you can call and talk to a live person? Are you looking for an insurance company where you can walk in and talk to an agent? Are you looking for an insurance company that offers multiple companies so they can try and get you the best rate? If you said yes to any of these, then you need to call or come by O'Quinn & Associates Insurance Financial Services. We offer multiple companies so we can find the best fit for you. Give us a call at 385-1000 or stop by our office at 212 South First Street right here in Jesup.
Hi, I'm Raymond Brown.
And I'm Mandy Yeomans. At First Southern Bank, our customers are like family. As a locally owned community bank, we're dedicated to helping our clients succeed.
We have loans for every need, whether it's personal or business. We have lines of credit, auto loans, equipment loans, and of course, we offer mortgages. Stop by our bank or call us at 912-588-1010 and see how First Southern Bank can help you.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
When it comes to barbecue, Van's Barbecue in Jesup is the place to be. A small family-owned business located at 1876 on the Savannah Highway. Van's Barbecue has lunch and dinner specials. Stop by or call to make an order. The number to call, 427-3358. Van's Barbecue's new manager is Sarah Van. Van's Barbecue offers potato salad, coleslaw, baked beans, and don't forget their delicious mac and cheese. Also, check out their shrimp plates, the best in town. Yes, when it comes to barbecue, head to Van's Barbecue, locally owned and operated. Stop by and tell them the Big Dog sent you. Once again, the number to order, 427-3358.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jesup. Big Dog Country Radio, big event coming to Jesup and Wayne County this weekend. Is the Historic Strand Cinema and Jesup Drive-In's Film Festival. The Jesup Film Festival, and of course, if the Jesup Drive-In and the Strand Theater's involved in it, Ralph Hickok's involved with it because he owns both of them, him and his wife, Jamie. And Ralph, good morning.
Good morning.
Let me catch your mic on there. Say good morning again.
Good morning.
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing terrific.
You doing terrific? All right, glad to hear that. So tell us what this is all about. I'm looking at a page here, a legal page, just filled with all kinds of activities going on here. So tell us what's going to be happening this coming weekend and how people can get involved.
Great. Well, so it's going to be at the drive-in at the Strand. The Strand is more of a traditional film festival part of it, and the drive-in, we've kind of put a twist to it. It's going to be like a horror fest. So at the during the day at the Strand, we'll have the short films there. Most of these films, people get asking what's getting played. The majority of the films being played, they're made by individual or by amateur groups. It's an amateur film festival is what it is.
Amateur film festival.
Yes.
Okay.
And
short films.
Most of them. There are some feature films we got.
Okay.
And actually some really good stuff. We had over 300, I think it was 320, something like that, over 300 entries into the contest, a lot of entries. I mean, that was really good. And we had to narrow it down, a screening process. We narrowed it down to 70. So 70 is still a lot.
70 is still a lot. Do you have local folks put in some films?
That would be a Brock question. I mean,
Brock,
Brock,
move your mic up to you there, just a little closer there. All right, Brock, good morning. Tell folks who you are, Brock.
I'm Brock, and I'm helping direct the film festival. I'm doing most of the film stuff. Ralph has been in charge of all the crazy stuff at the drive-in, but yeah, there's some local people coming around North Florida and in Georgia. So
there's local folks and nationwide folks that have submitted these films.
Yeah.
Y'all pick the top 70, short and featured, and they're going to be shown when?
So Friday and Saturday, most of the regular films are going to be shown Friday and Saturday at the Strand. We got comedy, drama, student films, and then we got horror films that are being shown at the drive-in at night.
Okay. And what's the cost to get in to see these films?
So $10.
$10 for
all day.
All day.
Yeah.
So all day on Saturday, you people can go in and see these films, right?
Yep.
All right.
Brock, tell me a little bit about the student portion. That's something that's really important to me.
So the student portion,
and what students will be involved?
So we got I know Brantley County students are coming. They actually had it as their midterm project to make films for this festival, so they're excited about coming. And we had student films from all over in there too, so they're excited about that.
Okay, and Ralph, you've got some. You're saying this Marty King Young is a director producer. Tell us a little about her. She's the big name here when it comes to director producers.
Yeah, I think that Brockett's talked to her, but her name's Marty King Young. She's a director and a producer. She's been involved with movies like The Conjuring 3 and Annabelle. Plus, there was a Netflix series she did that was she got all kind of awards for. But if you don't, I'm gonna let Brock answer the question about the.
All right, Brock, go ahead and
guests.
tell us a little bit about the Marty there.
So Marty King Young, she's been in the industry for a while. She's done The Conjuring and Annabelle. She worked with James Wan. He was the director on that. He's a big-time director. She's bringing her son, too. He's not doing the seminar, but he's getting in the industry. So, yeah, if you're interested in film, that's a good seminar to go to.
Now, when will the seminars be, and where will they be held?
So, there's Saturday. Helena Chavez, Yama Brown, and Marty King Young are doing the seminars.
Speakers, too.
Okay. So, they're all day Saturday.
All day Saturday,
yeah.
They're going to be held in one of the theaters
yeah,
there?
Yeah.
Okay, the seminars that people can learn, people who are interested in film, they can learn from some of these folks who've had years of experience, right?
Yeah. So Alina Chavez, she's an extra, which is an actor, like a background actor. She was in Fear the Walking Dead. And then Yama Brown, she's James Brown's daughter, and she helped produce Get On Up, and she's a writer.
Yeah, that's James Brown, daughter of Dr. Yama Brown, and she's going to be there. She's produced different things, and she'll be sitting there doing seminars also. It's interesting to see this Lena Chavez there. She's been an extra in you said, in Fear of the Walking Dead, and they've got her picture there. She's an attractive young lady there, but you take a look at the makeup that she's got on, two different makeups there. Because a lot of these extras will play different parts in these Fear of the Walking Deads, and they will look totally different. Man, she's ugly. And these two other pictures of zombies. In the two other pictures there, she's two different zombies, two completely different looking zombies. But she's an attractive young lady, and she's going to be there also doing a seminar, right?
Yeah, it's crazy what they can do with the makeup.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, they can sit there and have a handful of extras, and they can play all different kind of parts.
Mm-hmm. Yama Brown also, Dr. Yama Brown, she also wrote the book, I understand it's a best-selling book, about her father called Cold Sweat, and about the domestic abuse involved in that. And I don't know if she'd be willing to sign a book there. We hadn't asked her about that, but she's the author.
Okay, so you've got folks coming in from the film industry that's going to be putting on seminars about, getting involved and what it takes to get involved in the film industry. They'll be there putting on the seminars. You're going to have all these feature films and short films that have been submitted that folks can watch on Saturday and just have a good time there at the Strand looking at all these independent and amateur films, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's a unique event. All the filmmakers that are coming, I saw some posts on social media, and they're like, I can't wait for this. It looks like a crazy, unique event, and we're excited about coming.
Well,
they're used to There used to just being films, but this has got all this crazy ride
They didn't have
stuff.
a Ralph involved in it.
They didn't have Ralph involved, so the crazy comes out. And so, so Ralph, tell us what's going to be going on the Jesup Drive-In this weekend for the Jesup Film Festival.
Okay. Well, we also are going to have the films playing there, the horror films that were being entered as well.
Horror films that have been submitted, right?
Also on the opposite screen, we're going to play. We'll have Saw 10, the new Saw 10. I'll have the new Exorcist movie playing, and the new what's the other one? The Nun 2. I'll have them cycling all night long.
So regular horror movies will be showing on the back screen.
In a loop. They'll be going all night long.
And then the front screen is going to be the ones that have been submitted to horror films. Like, you know,
and it's all night long. So
it's all night.
They can come out. You can bring your tent. You can camp out, stay at the drive-in. There's a haunted forest trail on which will scare the bejesus out of you.
You got a haunted forest.
Yes, there'll be people with chainsaws and everything else out there, and so there's a haunted forest. We have some carnival rides going to be there. We're going to have a craft festival there. There's quite a few craft booths, and it's not junk. They have to have a craft or a collectible to be able to come. So. And then we'll have food trucks there, so it's going to be a good event. I'm actually a little worried about parking. We can hold about 400 total cars. So if it gets more than that, I'm a little concerned.
Okay, is it going to be Friday night and Saturday night?
And Saturday,
so people can get the scare on.
And we have the zombie beauty contest.
Yes, we've talked about that. The zombie beauty contest. Who are the entries on that? And I guess they have their makeup on to look like a zombie. How does that work out?
To go to that, I'm gonna have to introduce you to my manager, Miss Brandy Whitmore. And
Brandy?
Yes, I'm gonna turn the mic over to her. But she's my manager at the Strand and Drive-In. She's what keeps me from having to stay there all the time. She does a great job, and she's the one that'll be handling. She is the zombie handler.
All right, the zombie handler. All right, good morning.
Good morning.
Tell us a little about how this zombie beauty contest is going to work.
So right now we are accepting entries. We're going to start the contest at 7 p.m. on Saturday. I'm having all the entrants contact me at the drive-in by 6:30 to sign up. I want to see all kinds of interesting. I want zombies and ghouls and, all the scary stuff. I'm going to have them sign up. They're going to pick out some music to walk out to. And just show us your personalities.
Just show the zombie personality, ghoul, something scary like that.
Yes.
Just get your zombie on, your ghoul on, your scary on, and get out there and walk to some music, whatever you want it, and show your personality. And then, are there going to be judges or anything like that?
We will have judges, and we have prizes, trophies.
Prizes and trophies.
Yes.
Oh, that looks good on the mantle. Winners, zombie beauty contest.
Yes.
Boy, Mom and Dad will be proud of that.
And it's all ages. So
all ages.
All
right?
ages. We want this to be a family fun festival.
All right. Sounds good. All right, Ralph.
Yeah, let me introduce the other person here with us. It's Ward Riggins.
All right.
Skipper, I think he's better known as, if you can pull the mic over to him. Ward is the grandson of Ward Riggins the first, who is the person who worked with the city of Jesup. He was a politician like me. He was with the city and worked for the city at one time. And he's the person that started this whole ball rolling. He was the one that started the Strand. He bought the original projector equipment, him and a partner from a guy who came here showing silent movies in a tent and went broke here, and that's how the Strand started. And then he decided to build the drive-in, and it had a different name. So, Ward, take it away and tell us about
this is the grandson
family.
of the original
This is
folks
the
who started
grandson.
the Strand Theater. Okay?
Yes.
And this is Ward Riggins. Good morning, Ward.
Hi. Well, it's a pleasure to be here this morning. I'm really excited about this whole festival thing. This can be a lot of excitement for Wayne County and Jesup. And they are amateur filmmakers at this point, but they are tomorrow's filmmakers.
That's right. Everybody's got to start somewhere.
It's very important that we come to support them, and you'll be surprised at how good these films are, just because they're young. But, today's technology has it where most anybody could start, making films.
Oh, yeah.
But it takes, anybody can. But it takes a lot to get it polished to where it comes to this point. So these folks who are exhibiting here, this is their hopefully big break. And if they do this now, they never know who's going to be sitting out in that audience, And so we don't want to downplay who's coming. So if you're really into movies, and especially what could be leading edge, I have no idea what leading edge movies is today. But a few little tidbits here about my grandfather. He's Ward P. Riggins Sr. He started the Strand Theater in 1924. And if you will look up on top of the building above the marquee, it says Oquin 1924. Now, if you think a little bit ahead, 4 months from now will be 2024. Mm-hmm. That means the theater will have been here for 100 years. And I don't know of many theaters in the United States that have been here for 100
and
years.
And there are still theaters.
Yes. That's
some
right.
Of the old ones have become, have been refurbished, like the Fox in Atlanta, and like the theater in Savannah and places like that have become places where they put on plays and music and stuff like that. But
I'm happy
not theaters anymore.
That's right. But I am happy to say that Ralph Hickox was visionary enough several years ago,
or crazy enough.
Yeah,
both. Well, and that's exactly what I thought when he first told me what he wanted to do. I kind of said under my breath, "Sure, Ralph."
Yeah.
But look, he did it. He has all those rocking chair, seats. He has food that goes there. He's got two of the finest restaurants, in Wayne County right now, and so it's all because of his vision that he was able to do this stuff. How he did it, I don't really know. But that he did it, he has this enthusiasm that is hard to find, so to somebody who wants to do that. So I really appreciate what he has done with our heritage, mine and my dad. My dad just passed away just a month or so ago.
Did you ever work there at the theater
or
anything when you were a child?
Yes, I'm glad.
Because you're up around my age now. This is your granddad started all this back in 1924.
Yes, all right. My father was born in 1925. I was born in 1950. Dad's first job ever was popping popcorn at the theater. My first job ever was popping popcorn at the theater when I was 14 years old.
14.
And I went and I have my Social Security card where I did my signature from that year, from 1964. And so but also, I helped a little bit, but I was mainly popping popcorn and at the concession stand, and I'd just get a real kick out of somebody coming up. Some of my friends come up. You know how much bag of popcorn cost then?
What?
10 cents.
10 cents.
You know what a Coca-Cola cost?
Heaven knows.
10 cents.
10 cents.
Around here, when people they come up and say, "I want a grape Coca-Cola." Other places in the United States they call them sodas, but here they call them Coca-Colas. Yeah. And and if you go into the history of filmmaking a little bit, you will find out that the concession stand was often the only thing that was profitable for the filmmakers.
I know that. A lot of theaters, that's the only way they make money because they have to spend so much money to get the films.
Yes.
They got to give a high percentage the first couple of weeks back to the film distributor. And then, of course, then they start making some money. So people say, well, why is the food goes that? Well, if you want the theater to be open, you pay the price for the food.
And because a bag of popcorn, even when you sell it for 10 cents, it can be marked up about 8 times.
Yeah, 10 cents back then would be like $8 today.
That's right, exactly. Yeah,
I'm trying to put him on the spot here, but how about telling some of the people who's been to Jesup? There's been a lot of stars that you don't realize has been to Jesup. Can you name some names?
Yes. Well, one of my main ones, because he came to dinner with us, is called Froggy. You remember? What his real name was?
I don't know. It was Froggy.
Well, you know who I'm talking about. I just can't think of his real name. So anyway, but he.
Do you know what roles he played?
Yeah, he was he was kind of back in a Western, but he was just a sort of funny guy. Oh shoot. I just can't think of it right now.
It's amazing. You haven't been involved in the theater for a long time, but it seems like you still have a passion for movies, for film.
Oh, sure.
I can see it in I can hear it in your voice and your eyes when you're talking.
Well,
that you still have that passion for the movies, for the film.
It's how I grew up. I could see every film there was for free. I saw Gone with the Wind like a dozen times in a week. And so, when you were raised with them, you realize that film, for them to become successful, they have to reflect what is going on with the people today. Now, that gives us a little pause here for what you might see at the films today. But back in the old days, and there was a lot of protection. You couldn't say certain words, and you had to have a certain kind of film.
No, people just about hit the floor when Rhett Butler said, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn."
That's right.
They went,
that was a major breakthrough, if you want to call it that. And and then some of the ladies, how they dressed, even in the posters, that were shown to advertise the films, that was a very risque in those days. But the main thing was that we had some good films. Now, you probably don't remember who was president of the United States in 1924, do you?
I don't know. Was it Coolidge?
Yeah, it was. You're right.
Okay.
So
no, Ralph, I was not around back then.
Did you vote for him?
But I was going to say who the movie stars were there then.
Well, it was silent back then.
Right about 1924 was when the sound came in.
Talkies started coming in.
And when the color came in. Now, it was still kind of, iffy. But the stars such as Douglas Fairbanks, Greta Garbo, Mary Pickford, Lillian Gish, probably nobody remembers her, Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton, Rudolph Valentino. Probably people don't remember him, but he was
everybody knows
one of the first. Clara Bow, Gloria Swanson.
But those were all the ones from back then, right?
From 1924, these were the major box. But that's a long time ago.
Almost 100 years. Celebrate that 100 years.
So that's the point was, most people don't remember who the president was, but they remember these movie stars.
Yeah.
Because they fell in love with these films, and a lot of them didn't get much better. One of the most popular movies that came out and is still popular is Citizen Kane.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And that was, and that was about 1924 also. Now, the first talkie that came out that was really well known was The Jazz Singer. Now, that was 1927. But that was color and talkie. Right. And to this day is still one of the, well-known films. So there's a lot of our history that has to do with films. You think about it, until about 1924 and 20, when color TV came out, that was the only entertainment people had. It was to go to the movies. And this is what Ralph has done now.
Well, that's the reason why the Strand was as huge as it was,
Yes,
because people were there. Because
when
in the 60s, when I went to the Strand, it was still the lower section, the upper section up there, the balcony and all that. Yeah, it said a lot of
it was
folks.
often filled.
Yep.
But now what Ralph has done, he's made it an experience to go to the movie. So,
I've always said that I wanted to steal one of his chairs. That's the most comfortable chairs to sit in.
And he has.
I'd love to have that sitting right here.
Yeah, well, we would all be better off. And if you could push a little button and they'd bring you food, wouldn't that be even better?
We got an app now. What he's saying is, that's why I'm such a passion about this thing. Is such a connection to the community. I mean, I challenge you to find almost anybody from Wayne County that their parents didn't start dating there, they didn't work there, they didn't know somebody that worked there, they were dating. It's such a connection to every person. It's personal. The people in Wayne County and Jesup see that those two facilities, they're not mine. I'm just a caretaker for a generation. But they see it as very personal, which is why I wanted to bring this film festival to Jesup. I wanted to show off Jesup and its connection. Jesup has a very unique connection to movies that look at other communities our size or even bigger. They don't have that kind of connection that we do. And so the film festival, that's kind of where it was born from. And it really has taken a lot of traction. I hope this is the first of a long run of it, and I really want the focus long term, to me, will be on the student portion of it. I can see in the future this becoming where all your high schools from all over the whole south part of Georgia, north part of Florida, and it comes a competition like bands have their district band competition,
right?
Something like that. Because if they come, if children come, the parents come, and I want people to come see what we have in Jesup.
Okay, and you folks can always get. There's so much going on Friday and Saturday here at the first annual Jesup Film Festival that you can go to your website, JessupMovies.com.
Yes,
JessupMovies.com,
yes.
And you got it right on there, Jesup Film Festival. People can click on that and read all about it. See what's going on, decide what different event you might want to go to, either at the Jesup Drive-In or at the Strand Theater.
It's just going to be fun, Butch. I mean, whether you come during the daytime, basically the hours of this, on Friday, it'll start at 12 o'clock at the Strand. At 5 o'clock, it'll end, and then we go to the Drive-In. So from 6 till all night long, we'll be at the Drive-In. And again in the morning, it goes back to the films at the Strand at 11 o'clock in the morning and goes till 5 at the Strand on Saturday. Then on Saturday, it starts back at the Drive-In again at 6 and goes all night again. And again, the Drive-In portion is going to me, that's going to be a lot of fun out there. But it's going to have, you're going to have the Haunted Forest and the rides on the carnival rides and
all those horror films going on, the Haunted Forest.
I try to make this as affordable as possible. You know, we're obviously not going to make a bunch of money off this, but the generosity of the sponsors allowed me to be able to I actually reduced the price so it's $10 admission, but we're not going to charge for the Haunted Forest like we was doing.
No charge for the Haunted Forest.
No, the rides will cost extra. I do need, if you don't mind, give credit to the people that
we got time.
I need to give credit to the people who have helped made this possible.
All right.
Our gold sponsors were the Camorras Company, Cajun Construction, David Earl Keefe State Farm, Wetchick Real Estate, O'Quinn Associates, Wayne Memorial Hospital, R&R Auto Sales, Magic Mattress and Home Furniture. My platinum sponsors is Boykin Erectors, Wayne County Tire Service, Dr. Robson Spinola, Ankle and Foot Associates, Prime South Bank, All Seasons Music Store, and our event sponsors is Tim's Home Medical, Low Country Customs, and the Liberty Group. I want to thank these people because without them, I would be down a bunch of money right now. I'm already am going to be, but so this is not profitable this year. It's just like anything else we do. You invest in the future. So no, I won't make the money this year. But the idea was to do something special for the community. I promised I would. So that's what we're doing. And I'm very grateful to have this team with me right here that are helping me. Brandy, she's been aces. She's been out there decorating and working her tail off. And Brock he's put all this together, and he's the one that got all these people to enter and created the enthusiasm. And just having the Ward family, the Riggins family around Ward is a pleasure. I mean, he didn't mention he could talk to you for another 5 hours, but he didn't mention the fact that the drive-in originally weren't called the Jesup Drive-In; it was the Family Drive-In, and his family was real big about it. Ain't nothing playing out there above a PG level.
He would not play not an R movie. He would not play that, and he never did in the however many years up until 1970.
And the drive-in's been there for almost getting right at 80 years. So we are going to have a big bash next year for the 100th year of the.
Yeah, I've got some good memories of the drive-in in high school.
We're going to have some big bash. The drive-in's the longest operating drive-in in the state of Georgia, and then the Strand 100 years. I don't know how. I think the only one there might be 2 theaters older. Now I think the one in Savannah's older than the one in Jesup.
I haven't looked, but also as far as the Strand goes, it was one of the first here, and so was the drive-in. Now, the drive-in, there are less than 400 drive-ins. Is that in the country or in the
country?
In the country. There's only 3
so,
in Georgia.
Thanks to Ralph, this one's still here, and he's done a great job of turning it into a experience with going to the hop. He has his girls out there in
skirts.
Poodle skirts look like the 50s. Well, we're out of time here this morning.
Well,
when you invite me in, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, no. I try to get started as soon as possible.
This is an hour-long show, right? Yeah.
That's what I heard.
We just want to encourage people to go to JessupMovies.com, JessupMovies.com, and just click on there where it says Jesup Film Festival and read all about it and go to these different events on Friday and Saturday at the Strand Theater in downtown Jesup and at the Jesup Drive-In on the Savannah Highway. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be fun. You're going to learn, and just going to have a good time.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all letting us come on and talk
Yeah,
about it.
yeah. Ward, good seeing you. Good to hear the history of the family and
My
the theater
pleasure.
there. And Brock, good luck with with all getting this together with all the film people and the entries into it. And Brandy, you must be doing a great job there at the drive-in at the Strand for managing it for Ralph, because he spoke very highly of you here. So.
Are you saying something there,
And Ralph, good luck with all this.
I'm excited about
It
it.
ought to be great. This weekend, Friday night and Saturday at the Strand Theater in downtown Jesup Drive-In on Savannah Highway. That'll be a lot of fun.
Thank you so much.
All right, take care.
Thanks for the memories.
All right. WIFO FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, and the world-famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO. Brought to you by Connection Coffee and Creamery, by Murphy Builder Supply, O'Quinn & Associates, First Southern Bank, and Van's Barbecue.